Have you ever been tempted? Maybe it's not sexual temptation like a lot of us think about when we read the Bible, but maybe you're tempted to buy something that you really can't afford and it will actually cause a financial hardship for you. Maybe you're tempted to be like other people, maybe a little less like God.
Regardless of the temptation, we'll be talking about it on today's 5-Minute Friday.
James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. I love verse 12. It just starts out with the reward for overcoming temptation. It tells us we will have temptation. Blessed is the person that endures the temptation. They don't give in. They notice it. They see it. They experience the feeling, but they don't give in. How can we overcome temptation? James chapter 1, verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. First of all, it's important to realize temptation does not come from God. The Bible clearly states, God is not tempted by evil, neither does he tempt any man. We are not tempted by God. But we do have an enemy who would love for us to trip up, fall into sin, and be eternally separated from the Father. James chapter 1, verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust or desires and enticed. We need to know how we are tempted. What happens to cause us to be tempted? The Bible tells us very clearly in verse 14 that every man is tempted when they're drawn away by their own lusts and enticed. When we have desires in our heart and we're drawn away to seek them at any cost, that's temptation. James chapter 1, verse 15. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. The Bible tells us in this verse that if we are enticed and pulled away because of something that we desire, it will bring forth sin. When sin is in our life, it brings about death, because the Bible tells us the wages of sin is death. Sin is very serious, and if we don't take care of it and get it under the blood, then we will be lost. The Bible is very clear. James chapter 1, verse 16. Do not err or be deceived, my beloved brethren. Today's 5-Minute Friday may be a little painful. It may step on some toes, including my own. We have to do some heart work, some investigative heart work to see where are our motivations. Sometimes you have to do something to cause the temptation to leave. But if you've already fallen into temptation, God loves you. He loves you so much, and he knows already what has happened. Trust him. Come back to the Father. Pray and ask him to forgive you, and he is faithful and just to do so. He loves you so much. He doesn't want you to be eternally separated from him. Put it under the blood today. Trust him to blot it out.
Thank you for joining me for another 5-Minute Friday. God bless you.